This exotic sports car has been completely changed for 2025. The Aston Martin Vanquish is a V12 5.2-liter twin-turbocharged engine that has 824 horsepower. That's a lot, but this vehicle offers so much more. Huge changes for this year, starting with the fact this vehicle is all carbon fiber underneath, and that makes it lighter. A lot of aluminum is also used, lightening this vehicle up. More performance, better handling, and completely new technology on the inside. The bottom line is the 2025 Aston Martin Vanquish offers elegant performance, all in a package that only seats two, which means a lot of fun. There are some special options on this car, and when you do order them, they're called Q options, sort of like James Bond, because you're going to feel like it when you drive this car. Starting with the Supernova Red, that's an additional $13,600, and I think it's worth it. It's a very deep metallic red. It's really pretty. One of the Q options is this gloss black grille for $1,100, but it is larger by 13% because you need to control the airflow and cool that engine down. There are new bumper vents here also, and they help control the airflow so it comes out around the wheels. This keeps the vehicle stable at high speeds and also helps keep everything cool and controlled. This aluminum body has a teardrop shape and a glass roof that goes all the way back. So instead of doing a combination of metal and glass, it's made this a full glass roof that only allows 6% of the sunlight to come in, so you're not going to bake inside the car. The 21-inch alloy wheels riding on P0 tires, because you want sticky tires, is an additional $5,800. I do like this goldish tone, very pretty and of course very classy. If you do decide to purchase the Aston Martin Vanquish, I always suggest a front axle lift. You don't want to scrape the front end of this vehicle because it is all carbon fiber, and that would damage the value of the car. Of course, that could be an expensive bill too. The side of the vehicle has a beautiful Aston Martin embossed logo with that V12, letting everyone around you know you're driving a really cool sports coupe. To access the vehicle, your key fob will recognize you and the door handles will come out. The black upper pack is an additional $6,000, but there's more aggressive carbon fiber on the back of the seats and an optional titanium exhaust for $14,400. Curb weight, 4,250 pounds. One of the major improvements inside this vehicle is the new center screens. They're 10.3 inch, there's two of them. One is your gauges digital, and of course you can adjust them and customize them as you wish. And as you change the drive modes, it will also change. And then you're talking about the center screen here that has Apple CarPlay Ultra, Android Auto, and of course it's wireless, satellite radio, and connectivity for whatever you might need. Bowers and Wilkins stereo with double amplifiers comes with this vehicle, in-dash navigation, and of course onboard Wi-Fi. The vehicle seats two. Adjustments for the seats are here on the side of the center console for each seat. The seats are semi-aniline leather, and the monotone leather was $10,500. This additional beautiful piping is $2,900, and this color is very special. And the Q leather is an additional $6,400. All this beautiful inlaid carbon fiber is also an additional Q option at $21,600. Heated steering wheel, which is new for this year, a beefier steering wheel, beautiful grip on it, is an additional $800, and yes, of course, it's heated. The interior has a Q option called Interior Jewelry, which is satin dark chrome for an additional $2,600, but it is beautiful. Under the hood is a twin-turbo V12 engine with 823 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. Backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission, it is rear-wheel drive with a 0 to 60 time in 3 seconds and a top speed of 214 miles an hour, which you would do on a racetrack. And yes, this vehicle is very track capable. Combined fuel economy, 16 miles to the gallon on the highway. Drive modes are GT, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. Each engine is hand-built, and the final inspector's name is right here on the top. And of course, that V12 twin turbo to let you know that you're driving a very cool vehicle. There's a ton of carbon fiber on this car, which makes it very light, so your horsepower to weight ratio is going to be in your favor. You can see the carbon composite details inside underneath this vehicle, and lots of aluminum and titanium bolts to keep this vehicle nice and tight. Some of the new special features for this very special Aston Martin, which they're only going to produce 1,000 of them, so you want to make sure to get one of these future collectibles, includes electronically controlled limited slip differential, active dampeners, a traction control system with 8 levels, an alloy torque tube, and carbon fiber propeller shaft. In other words, this vehicle is lightweight, It handles and it performs. The warranty on this vehicle is 3 years, 36,000 miles, and that also includes the powertrain. Now, as we make our way across the back, the big muscular hips, which makes this vehicle stand out in the crowd, is really part of Aston Martin's design cues. And that includes these beautiful taillights, the wide flat back, and of course this lip, which comes from race cars. So they're taking that technology and that design and they're incorporating it into the Vanquish. The trunk is not huge, but it doesn't need to be. 9 cubic feet of storage, but Aston Martin does offer a set of matching leather luggage, and you can order that in whatever color you would like, and it's beautiful. Trust me, top quality leather. This vehicle isn't about storage, it's about sound and performance. And for $14,000, you get this beautiful titanium exhaust. So there are some different drive modes. To find those drive modes are on the outside of the engine start-stop button, which is right here in the center, directly in front of the lever that is your shifter, which is normal, park, reverse, neutral, drive. When you turn the dial, you've got different drive modes of Sport Plus, my favorite, because you're going to get the whole horsepower. Then you can go down to Sport, which you can see it change here, the selected drive mode. You can go to regular GT mode, which is great for daily driving. Or if you want to personalize it, you can go into the individual mode. All of that is only available on this dial because when you press the drive modes on the screen, it'll only give you the individual. You've got your telemetry here, which I've set up. You've also got your assistance, which allows full assistance, custom, or no assistance. I'm going to customize it because there are certain features that I personally don't like, which is lane keeping assist. I don't mind blind spot detection, some of the others. They're all listed here and they're all explained, which is great. Now you can go into the lighting modes. It has ambient lighting. Currently it is red. I'm going to change it to my favorite color, which is this dark purple, even though it doesn't match with this beautiful interior and this gorgeous red exterior. Going into the vehicle itself, it does have a lot of additional features here, including easy entry on and off. I am going to use the easy entry for the steering wheel because it does move it out of the way, just makes it a little easier. And then there's also a parking mode. All of this is standard and you can have different sounds, set it up however you want. Aston Martin is trying to personalize this because people had demands and they're meeting those demands. You've got your music button here, your navigation is built in. I've got my Apple CarPlay connected, and then if you don't want any of that, you can go to your home button and it's just normal like anything else. There's also smart climate, so all these climate controls can be adjusted. Just love this carbon fiber, just beautiful, real leather, real stitching, and the Bowers & Wilkins audio is spectacular. Dual climate control for each person. You get heated and vented seats, and I'm going to turn on the vents because it is quite hot here in Florida. You can hear that going a little bit in the background. And then beyond that, you've got your exhaust note, which I would turn on all the time. That's me personally. Suspension setup and the auto off button. It's off. I really don't like auto off. It has been removed by the federal government. Let's see if the brands follow suit on that. Let's go back to our telemetry mode. You're going to see power and torque. Remember, you have 824 horsepower and over 700 pound-feet of torque. That's my kind of car. My race car is 850, so this should feel very similar, and that car is a purpose-built car. But one of the things I'm noticing that I don't have in my car is these beautiful carbon fiber paddle shifters. We can have a lot of fun in this car, and probably get in some trouble too. But we're going to be good on the street going into drive. Nice! As my friend says, holy shnikes, which is the nice way of filling the blank for the other words, this is really a wonderful performing car. In 5 seconds of pressing the gas pedal, and I have been driving it for a week. Don't let me kid you on that. We get to drive these for a week, and I'm smiling every day. We're not going to do the top speed here on the street. If you get a chance to bring this to a track, whether performance driving school or one of Aston Martin Club's events, it's certainly worth getting it on the track. Get a professional instructor in the passenger seat so you can see its full capabilities, and you will see that this vehicle is designed to be tight and light, and this vehicle performs. Don't let anyone kid you. Remember, it's running up against Ferraris and Porsches, and that is going to be the difference. This vehicle really has power. You can place that power, instant response, twin turbocharged. There is no lag, None at all. But a performance car like this shouldn't have any lag. Nice tight steering. You can feel the performance from the front just immediately going down to these tires. Have staggered wheels, so it's going to have really nice squat. It's got a big back end, as I would nicely say, and the result of that is the Vanquish is truly a performance vehicle. Wow, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, not a problem. This vehicle is so improved over the previous generations of other models. If I was going to buy an Aston Martin and drive it around every day, this would be the one I'd want for a multitude of reasons. Great performance, phenomenal build quality, and on top of that, getting a car that's rare. 1,000 vehicles, that's it, which means this vehicle will have value down the road, unlike cars where they just build as many as you want. Like Porsche will build as many as they can sell, as Ferrari will too. Although Ferrari does have some limited production cars, but then you're looking at a much higher price point. I think the secret to this vehicle is that there is limited production, and this vehicle can be customized any way you want, much like that of the competitors. Of course, you want to take them all for a spin. We won't even talk about the insurance costs or the maintenance or any of that stuff, because if you can afford this car, it doesn't really make a difference, does it? All of our car news is on Car Coach Reports. Our car reviews are here on Car Smarts. We've done other Aston Martins in the past, so make sure to check that out. And of course, all the competitors, we have reviewed those as well. Don't forget to check out our radio show, The Drive. It's syndicated across the country, or you can find it on YouTube at The Drive Car Show. All right, let's go through the price and the competitor list. The price of the 2025 Aston Martin Vanquish starts at $429,000. And yes, you're going to want to personalize this vehicle because it is a very special car. Remember, there is limited production, so if you want one, make sure to track down your favorite dealer, and I'm sure they will find you one, or they can build you a 2026 model. Now, there are a lot of options on this car. The Q options, which included the import tax, the gas guzzler tax, and the transportation and handling, bringing this hand-built car to you. Our test vehicle came in at $552,000. Now, there are some competitors in this class, and they're all in that same price point, and they all have very special customization to them, so you're probably not going to pay the base price. That includes the Ferrari Roma, the Porsche 911, the Lamborghini Huracan, and there are a few others. The key is, if you're going to buy a car like this, you certainly want to personalize it, because you're going to be smiling every time you drive it. There's more details in the description, as well as my social media, and if you'd like to support my channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is down below in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thanks so much for watching.